G'day, it's Mike here. I'm doing a tuning tips. This is number 5, Dragon Force 65 tuning tips. I've got my boat here and we're about to go sailing this morning, so I'm getting it all tuned up. Most importantly, I've got all my measurements, which I keep in a logbook, which I regularly update depending on how the boat's performing, and I spend an hour just making sure all the measurements are right. So the morning before, I look at the weather and the wind conditions and the chop conditions before setting up the boat. So what I do is I keep that history log there, and based on the day's performance, I write down a bit of a history on how the boat's gone, update the measurements if required based on the balance and how the performance has gone, and this is all about continual improvement. So what we've got here, Yoshiko, if you come in close, you can see that I've made measurements, markings on the backstay to show where that should be. I've got markings on the back of the boat where the boom should be sitting roughly, and that's also on the jib boom as well, where the jib boom should go. And I basically spend time setting it all up. Once I set the boat up, I basically use that for the day, take it down there to the venue, look at the wind conditions and work out, have a sailing plan. Wind oscillates over the course, so what you've got to do is work out which is the best way to climb that ladder, and work out that with a friend. He sails left, you sail right, and see which side's the quickest. Have a sail plan, and you obviously have to alter that depending on how the breeze changes on each race. The clear way to perform well is to start well and to keep clear of all boats during the race. So even if you're on starboard, if I'm on starboard, what I'll do is if I'm going to collide with another boat, just bear away. It's not worth running into a boat, because all it does is slows your boats down over the race. And the other thing is to have fun. Just enjoy the day. Lot of fun having competitive racing against other people. And when you come back in, retest all your measurements, see if anything's moved. A lot of movement in this boat, particularly this position here. This is if you go in there, I set my winch position, I mark it there so that I can actually visually see if it's crept at all during the race. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll do another racing tips on how to set up a B rig in the not too distant future. Anyway, cheers for now. Have fun.